Hello, and welcome to Tiny Bookshop. I'm going to be playing this, not in its entirety because I don't actually know how long the game is. But we're going to get basically through the tutorial. I've played this a couple times now, just like the tutorial bits to get the hang of it. And it's long enough, little over an hour of just kind of figuring things out and doing different challenges and meeting different characters. So what this game is it's like a management sim type game. So you're running a bookshop, and different features include getting to know the customers, trying to figure out what kind of book they're looking for or that they would like. There's different genres to keep track of, and different locations in the town where you're traveling around with your mobile bookstore have different trends for what types of genres are popular. So it's a lot of fun. And we're going to start a new, um, you know what, we can just delete this. No, yeah, let's go for this one. Let's just do this one. So yeah, I've really enjoyed playing this so far. The artwork is beautiful, and it's just a really gentle, cozy, lovely game. So today is the day. I've packed up my things, leaving everything else behind for a quiet life by the sea. Ah, beautiful. A wonderful place to have a tiny bookshop. Okay, so we're starting in the season of summer. We're on the waterfront. So we can open our shop. And there we go. This shows us the different books that we have. These are the different genres: travel, kids, classic, fantasy, fact, drama, and crime. So let me know in the comments which one of these would be your favorite genre. And here's Tilda, who says, my, what a sight. You must be the new bookseller. I've heard so much about you. What? How? Oh, don't worry, I have my sources. Anyway, welcome to our quaint little town. I'm glad you've decided to stop by. I thought you might need someone to show you the ropes around here. I'm Tilda. I used to run the local bookstore before my retirement. Lovely to meet you. Let's see. You should know that us Bookstonians have very particular tastes in books. I, for example, prefer to read classic and crime novels and not much else. So why don't I have a look at your selection and see if I can find something worthwhile? Okay, she's having a look. She's judging our business. Bravo, you had the right book on hand. Oh, great. Okay. When a customer finds a book, they will keep looking for more. Okay. Great selection, dear. Wonderful. And if we click on this person, we can say hello to them, and they say hello back. Oh, but I didn't have the right classic book on offer. Even though you may have books of the right genre, whether people actually take one home depends on your sale chance. You can check your sale chance at any time by pressing the minus button and hovering over the genres on the right. Okay, so if we do that, then that allows us to get some info. So fantasy sale chance 25%, given the number of books in stock, 43% chance, 19% chance, 16% chance, with a 3% plus boost from Tilda. Okay. Okay, we can, yep, we've done that. We've moved the magnifying glass. Because the chance is based on how many books you have in your shop, it will decrease as you run out of books throughout the day. Managing to sell that last book of a genre is the mark of a great bookseller. To close the tooltip mode, press B or minus again. Okay. Okay, great. And then if we move over here, we can also kind of investigate the town a little bit. And there might be some other hidden things that we can discover as well. Like that seagull. Okay, say hello to them. Okay, so we're making some good sales, making some money. So up here is we can see how much we have in our wallet, how much money we're making. Okay, and here's Fern. Hi there, you're the bookseller, right? I see you've already talked to Tilda. Did she know everything about you already? Yes. Yeah, she does that. Told me all about the review before I'd even started my job there. Oh, I'm talking about the Bookstonbury review. It's the local paper. Yeah, I sort of write for them. My name's Fern Estrada. Glad to meet you. Your arrival is kind of the only interesting thing that's happened around here in a while. So you'll have to excuse my nosiness, but it's sort of my job to write about you now. How about you help me out by answering a few of my questions, and I'll give you a free subscription in return. You might appreciate the events calendar, and people often sell used books in the classifieds. Great. So, for the record, what made you come to Bookstonbury? Um, I'm searching for somewhere I belong. Oh, wow, I kind of feel the same way. I hope it works out for you. Okay, and what's your first impression of the town so far? Very windy, bit intimidating. Friendly, I think. I think it's a friendly place. Don't worry, it really is. People might be meddlesome, but they only have the best intentions. Thanks so much for the little interview. I really appreciate it. And I promise you'll have your first copy of the review by tomorrow morning. I'll have a look at your selection now if you don't mind. See you around? Yep. Sounds good. Hope you find something. All right, people are just looking around right now. So this just gives us a little introduction to some of the features of this game, some of the mechanics. And there's more to come. So in the next day or two, we'll learn a bit more about the game as well. So in terms of pacing, I appreciate that it doesn't just drop everything on us at once, but it kind of gives us a few things to do now, and then we'll have a few more things to do later. So we can close up now. Okay, great. Okay, and here's the Bookstonbury review. So it reports on the goings on around town. You can check today's and tomorrow's weather. You can keep an eye out for upcoming events. And there's the money that we have to spend. And these are the books in our shop and in storage. Looks like they're running a little low. Yep. In the classifieds, you can acquire books to replenish your stocks. Let's give it a try and press A to buy. Okay. Maintaining a good stock of books is an important part of any book-selling venture. Yep. Okay, and then we have these, which are free, so let's take those. The classified section also has other bits and bobs. Let's pick up this lonely cactus too. Okay. I got ahead of myself. It wants me to get this this slightly dangerous cactus. Okay. It's a bit prickly, but has a heart of gold. Okay. Sounds good to me. Okay, and then we do have the story by Fern Estrada saying, Tiny Bookshop rolls into Bookstonbury. Bookstonbury newcomer turns new page. Have you ever dreamt of finding your true home and starting a humble business abroad? That's precisely what this tiny bookshop operator has done, choosing our very own Bookstonbury as their latest destination. When asked about their first impression, the fresh-faced bookseller finds Bookstonbury to be very friendly. Find out more about the new and exciting shop visiting the waterfront tomorrow. Okay, great. And I think we can close the newspaper now. Also, there is a guest column, Moira's Travelogue, Bali on a Budget. Don't miss these incredible tips. Okay, great. Let's close the newspaper now, and let's give the Lonely Cactus a new home. So tap ZL, and here you can open the newspaper and customize your bookshop amongst other things. Press X to customize the bookshop. Okay. Okie doke. So inventory, you can select and place items in your bookshop by pressing A. Pick up an item using A and place it in your bookshop. Okay. Okay. Now place the item by pressing A again. Okay. Equipping some items will also increase your daily expenses, so keep that in mind. Select an item and press minus to see what it does. So the bookshelf is the one and only way to pack 40 books into your tiny wagon. While equipped, it fits 40 books and plus 4 daily expenses. To remove an item, simply select it and press Y. Okay. You can decorate inside or outside, just press R. Okay. Press ZR to manage the inventory by different categories. Okay, so you can do paints if we want to paint the workshop, but I don't really need to do that. So there we go. Looks like you don't have a shelf equipped. Make sure to equip one now to continue. Yep, I'm trying. Let's put this back in the middle, I think. There we go. Once you've satisfied your interior decorator, hold X to save and return. Okay. We have a book sign. We have a folding table. We have a guest book. I should have read the stats on that. I'm sorry. Oops. So what if we go to all items? Let's see what we have here. So let's bring out this table and let's stick that there. And then the cactus, we can put that there. Nice, you got a boost on the drama books. Okay. Some items can increase your sale chance for certain genres or change the effectiveness of other items. Watch out though, sometimes this comes at the expense of another genre. Okay, good to know. And what else have we got? The book sign. Yep, we can put that there. And what have we here? Let's put that in here. Okay. And let's press X to confirm. I think we've got everything. Welcome to Bookstonbury. Each day you can pick a location to visit on the map. Going to a location has a travel cost, which is based on your daily expenses, as well as parking fees for the location. You'll unlock more locations as you go, so for now, let's pick the waterfront square again. Okay. Sounds good. Okay, now we can fill up our bookshelves. So let's go for crime. Let's do a few of those. Use L and R to select a genre to start stocking your shelves. Yep. And then we can place on the shelf. Yep. Okay. And the book is in the shop. Okay. Stocking more books of a genre increases the odds of people finding a book that they will like within that genre. Yep. Let's check the sale chance of your selected genre by pressing minus. You can remove books from your shelf with Y. So for instance, travel sale chance 25% scales with number of stocked books. Okay. Okay, let's fill up the shelves. No need to leave any empty space. Okay, so let's add a travel book and maybe another travel book. And then let's take out one of the kids' books. And let's go put a classic book in there instead. And let's also make sure we have some fantasy. We'll get another fact book, do another drama, and let's do a few crime. And let's do another classic. And then we'll do another fact book. And let's go for that one. All right, let's hope that's sufficient. So different locations have different trends in terms of like popular genres. So that's, again, something else to be aware of. So we can move around location, move the cursor to the edge of the screen, and your view will follow. So if we do this, then, oh, looky here. Here's a buoy. So we've got that. And again, that might help with our sales in some way. But for now, let's open up the shop. All right. Off we go. Ooh, what have we here? Let's take a look at this. The coastal wildlife of Buxton Bay. Let's read on. Most of the board is taken up with illustrations of the marine animals native to the local bay. You recognize a moon jellyfish with 4 purple circles. You remember seeing a stranded one at Far Beach before. Their delicate tentacles are used to catch prey, such as plankton, but are harmless to humans. You also see an image of a herring gull in flight. It has a characteristically bright orange spot on its otherwise yellow bill. These scavengers can seem menacing to humans, but they are trying to adjust to the increasing urbanization of their habitats. They are incredibly intelligent. For example, researchers have observed them shoplifting books, presumably using them to nest in. Lastly, there's a group of small gray acorn barnacles pictured, shown to look different above and below the water surface. Were you aware that the hard bumps often found on rocks and boats are actually the shells of small arthropods? An acorn barnacle's legs poke out from the top once the tide comes in to catch plankton out of the water. Fascinating creatures. It feels like you've gained a whole new appreciation for coastal critters today. I have. Now let's sell some books. Okay, here we are. Say hello to our customers as they walk in. Okay, it looks like somebody has found a book, and they're looking for more books. So we're just saying hello to people. Oh, and there's Tilda. Oh, there you are. I wanted to commend you on how much you've been livening up this place. I'm sure you'll want to branch out to other places in town now. My friend Mary owns a very successful cafe in the town center. If I call her up and get her to give you a parking space, you could get quite a few visitors. Good call. Yes, I know, dear. You can always trust me on these sorts of things. It's decided then. Meet me out by the Café Liberté as soon as you can. Okay, so we can do that tomorrow. Yep, and we have a challenge, which is basically just to meet Tilda there. Oh, and while you're on the topic of showing your face, I heard our dear Walter was quite impressed with your wagon. He's one of the local fishers. Why don't you go over there and introduce yourself? He should be back from his recent catch just now. Okay, so we can chat to Walter in a minute. Okay, another challenge. You might want to write this down, love. Having an organized diary will come in handy in our business. You know what? I still have quite a few unsold journals left over from my old shop. So here, why don't you take this one? And here's our journal. There you go. I hope you make good use of it. Goodbye. Okay, so we got the journal. Tap ZL, okay, and select the journal. So here we can track which genres have sold the most of, useful for adjusting your selection. So the waterfront, travel, fantasy, and fact are the most popular genres. So that's good to know. And that's the total number of books sold here. And then we can come back here for different hints and events. Looks like this page holds little postage stamps, okay? You'll collect these as you're making contributions around town. You can also see the progress towards the stamps as well as hints and extra info. Select a stamp and press A to see more information. So we're introducing ourselves to Walt the sailor. He's usually sitting by the stairs at the waterfront. Okay, and then we can press L or right to check out these different tabs. And we can press ZR to quickly cycle through the different chapters of the journal, like that. Okay, so here we have information on different characters. So character entry, this page allows you to find out more about the characters. So certain favorite genres, their birthday, when they were last seen, and different attributes. Pronouns are she, her, pillar of the community, cat lover, and knows better than you. Okay, great. Yep. Sometimes characters will have requests as well to fulfill. You can check up on them and track your progress. Okay, and what's over here? Different effects. So different items have different effects on our sales, and we can keep track of that here. Yep. In case we're unsure of what's going on, we can figure it out this way. To optimize our bookshop. And then this is the calendar, what's happened and will happen again in the season. So we've got weekly flea markets, it looks like, and then some sort of event on the final day of summer. Okay, so again, that tells us a lot of useful information. So check back frequently if you're unsure of what's going on. We can navigate the days accordingly. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, great. Okay, we're still selling books, so that's cool. Oh, and here is Fern saying, "Oh, hey, what are you doing here?" "Well, I'm selling books." "So I assumed you'd be at the beach like everyone else." "Oh, I'm so sorry. I already forgot that you're new. You just seem to fit in so easily. I'm so sorry." "Sorry, here, I'll show you how to get to Far Beach in case you want to drop by there soon." Okay, Far Beach. This spot is a popular destination for families in the summer. So thinking about maybe stocking kids' books there if we got families in mind. And another challenge, which is basically just visiting the same place 3 times. Okay. I'm not really a beach person myself, but I'm sure the crowd there will need some of your reading material. Thank you. Okay, let's say goodbye to some of our customers as well. It's getting late in the day, so I think we will be closing up shop soon. Can we make it to 100 coins? I don't know. We're getting close to it though, so that's good. But okay, so we haven't really sold the crime books, but we have done well on the fantasy and the classic. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, so some items have been discounted a little. Now might be a good time to buy them, although you could wait longer and risk someone else buying them first. Ooh, okay. And then we have seasonal items as well. A much slower turnover because they're available all season, but be sure to snatch them up before the season ends. Okay, so we have a hanging money plant, which will bring us great fortune apparently, or a cooler, which is good for the beach. So that is also something to keep in mind. Um, what I'd like to do is get these because they're free. So that sounds like a good idea. Okay, great. So our stock has been replenished a bit. Um, and I'm gonna get this money plant. 1% increase on fact sale chance and drama sale chance. Okay. So the public park is still in disrepair. Park management looking for volunteers. Last winter, a series of snowstorms devastated vital parts of the beloved Rye Park. Many trees were uprooted and flower beds were destroyed by strong hail. Since the beginning of the year, members of the Buxtonbury community have repeatedly expressed the wish for a restoration effort. Sorry. Led by students of St. Buxton University, a newly formed group of volunteers is looking for local gardeners willing to donate their precious time and resources to the much needed repairs. Okay. And anonymous poetry discovered at Far Beach. Enigmatic bottled verses captivate literature students. Ooh, I bet they do. Okay, so that's cool. Let's go to ZL and see if we can equip our money plant and whatever this is, the buoy. So let's put that there, and let's put that there in the middle. And we can confirm. Okay. So we will go to Cafe Liberté this time. Let's see what we got then. So yeah, a lot of these books, we'll find that out soon, but a lot of the books that they mention, once you kind of see a little bit more of the specific books in these different genres, they're based on real life books. Um, so then I can remind myself of how many classic texts I have not read before, but I have heard of a lot of them. And yeah, we'll just do an even spread right now just to get the hang of things, and see what ends up being more popular than others. Uh, Not sure about the children's one though. Yeah, I don't know how popular that will be for this location, but yeah. Okay, so here we are. It's Wednesday. Okay, let's open up shop. Your bookshop can also be impacted by unexpected sources, such as the weather, visitors, or special states. You can always read up on what something does by looking at the tooltips. Okay, so we've completed our mission to meet Tilda at the cafe. Greetings and welcome. And then we can just kind of click on stuff and get little noises and animations. Here's Tilda. There you are. Okay, we got a stamp. Seems like Miriam has her hands full with the cafe again, but I'm sure she'll drop by later. Now, I have something you might help me with. I've been cleaning out my old shop for months now, selling the small pieces at the flea market. This Saturday, I'm trying to move the more bulky items to the market. Help an old bookseller out, will you? They'd fit well into that little wagon of yours. Just pick them up and bring them with you to the market on Saturday. Okay, move it, request. Okay, I owe you, and I'll make sure that there will be lots and lots of customers in it for you. Okay, so if we go this way, this is all of her stuff that she wants. Oh, hold on. Okay, so people are asking for help, and they won't wait forever. So let's see what's going on here. Listen closely to people's requests and try to pick up on what kind of book they're looking for. So she tends to like books with unexpected twists. I prefer books from this century, so we're looking for a book with from the 21st century. Do you have anything like Angels and Demons? I'm interested to see what you would suggest. Okay. So pay attention to how certain parts of the requests are worded. Some things can be optional, while other things are really important to your customer. People also leave some of their likes and dislikes unsaid, so make sure to put yourself in their shoes. Some requests might also be harder to fulfill than others. You can check the difficulty stars here to gauge how many books in your shelf are a good fit for your customer. Okay. Requests usually get more difficult as your stock dwindles throughout the day. Right. And there's also the option of I couldn't find the right book, so it might end up being that we don't have the book that they're looking for. So here you can see important info about the book, including a short description. So you've got the author, the publication year, and then how many pages it is, and then a little blurb describing what the book is about. The short, yeah, okay, I just said that. Do you think the book is a good match? Right. Once you have found a match, try recommending it to them. Okay, so let's have a look. She wants unexpected twists, possibly a crime novel or something like Angels and Demons, and from the 21st century. So let's look first at the crime novels. So we got The Girl Who Played with Fire. This book must be one of the darkest Nordic crime thrillers out there. Still, Larson manages to sneak in moments of kindness and allyship that make this brutal revenge epos just barely possible to endure. Okay. Well, it is from the current century. And I don't know if it has unexpected twists because I haven't read it. And then this one, again, this one also is from the 21st century. And this also might have some unexpected twists. I'm not sure she's going to be into Death Note, but it is from the 21st century. And then we got Monster Volume 1. The brilliant surgeon, Dr. Kenzo Tenma, might be the only one who can find out the twisted motivations of a cold and calculating serial killer in this tense and dark crime thriller in manga form. Ooh, that actually sounds kind of interesting. And then The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Okay. And Violets Are Blue. In this thrilling and bloody case, Detective Alex Cross investigates another macabre murder with undeniable signs of vampires while being haunted by someone from his past. So, and this was also published in the 21st century. So I think a lot of these could probably work. Let's try this one. Brilliant. I did not see that one coming. Okay, great. A perfect recommendation. You might have just found someone's favorite book. Okay, they'll buy this one and keep shopping. Wonderful. Okay, so your customer just became inspired. Whenever you successfully recommend a book, all your customers become inspired to pick up a book for a short time. 15% increase to all book sale chances while active. Okay, great. This happens whenever you successfully recommend a book and increase the sale chance across all genres for a short while. All right, good to know. Okay, can I go back and like pick up these items real quick? Just to get that done. Okay, great. Let's hope we didn't miss anybody asking for help. Okay, what can you recommend? Okay, so maybe you noticed that some books can show up across different genres. This doesn't impact how a customer perceives the book, but you can use it to recommend books in a genre where your customer might not have been looking. Okay, so I wouldn't mind reading more female penned literature, and I'd love to read something classic. I couldn't find anything at the library. So, okay, so let's start with the classics and see what we can find. So, that is a collection of poems by St. Bookston. Or we got Persuasion by Jane Austen. So that's a classic female penned literature. Let's give it a go. Brilliant. You can't go wrong with a classic like Persuasion. No problem. Okay, wonderful. Glad that one worked out. Because these can get pretty challenging, and it also depends on what kind of books you have in stock. So that makes it a little bit more challenging. You might not actually have the book that they're looking for, in which case you kind of have to admit defeat. Or you can just guess and get it wrong, which I've done before. Okay, so this person passed their last exam. Give me one of those good old classics, and I want something with a lot of pages. Okay, so a lot of pages is kind of vague. I don't know exactly what that means for them, but let's see what we can do. A good old classic, okay. So probably not a fact book. We only have like one actual classic left. Ooh, but this could, okay, the greatest book of the sea ever written. This could be a good old classic with a lot of pages. Let's do it. Oh, this is far too short. Well, okay. Yeah, I guess they wanted something a lot more than like a 450 plus book. 450 page plus book. But it is interesting. We only have one classic book left. So that seems to be very popular in this area. Same with the fantasy. So trying to keep track of like the minus number is how many books sold, and that kind of shows how popular those genres are. Let's say goodbye, and we will close up shop and take all of our stuff with us. Okay, and it's the start of a new day, and we have 108 coins. So that's cool. I think I'm gonna buy something. I just don't know what yet. So we could get more fantasy books, miscellaneous nonfiction for 30 or 40, or travel logs. Um, I kind of want something that's like all genres instead of just one genre, but that's all right. We can work with this. I think I'll go for the fantastic fantasy. Okay, so we have plenty of fantasy now, which is fine. And then for future reference, the coffee machine and the cooler. The coffee machine's quite pricey, but what are the stats for that? When activated, -1 coin, prepares a batch of coffee. When selling a cup of coffee, +1. When equipped, 2% plus to drama sale chance. Okay. Oh, and it's got a little bit of a danger element as well. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to read the newspaper. Okay, so store in town center sits empty. Former bookshop cleared out after Sankalun's retirement. Many of our readers will have fond memories of the. Ooh, okay. I will try to read this badly. Buckhandel and Antiquariat at 4 Cyril Plaza, where Tilda Sankalun stores were always open to comfort you with the perfect book. And while the 76-year-old has been happily retired for a few years now, it still feels like the end of an era to see those doors come to their final close. Can Buxtonbury's new mobile bookshop follow in her impressive footsteps? And what will happen to this prime spot at Cyril Plaza? And there's an interview on page 7. Also, Buxton University announces tuition hike. Student council walkout. Controversy ensues. Ooh, drama. But the weather's going to be nice, so that's great. Okay. Super. Well, that's kind of pricey, the far beach. Let's stick with the waterfront, I think. Just with money in mind. Let's do that. We can maybe do the beach the next day if we make some good money. Okay, so I'm trying to remember if we go to ZL and we look at the waterfront stats, it looks like fact books and travel books are the most popular. I still have to introduce myself to Walt the Sailor. I think maybe I forgot to do that. Okay. Oops. Okay, well, that'll give us an opportunity to do that too. Okay, and then we'll do another kids book. And we'll do some of that. Whoops. Okay, and then what was it? Fact books were also quite popular, I believe. And we'll do another crime and a classic. The travel, and I think that's. Oh, we need one more. Oh, right. Yes. Okay. We'll go for drama. Okay. Okay, and here we are, the waterfront square. And we will try to chat with Walt. Oh yeah, and all this stuff of Tilda's as well. All right, let's just move over here, see if he's around. Yeah, he is. Let's chat. Oh, hi there, kiddo. How's it going? Okay, stamp collected. Looks like you got yourself a good sturdy vessel there. I have some old items lying around which I thought you might like. See if any of it's to your liking. Okay, so we only have 63 coins. Country names and borders may be out of date, yeah. And then we have the square boy. And and that's a little increase to the travel sale chance. I'm gonna pass on these just now. I'm gonna save my pennies, but that's fine. My friends tell me you've got some decent cargo on board too. They've been specially enjoying your travel and classic novels. Okay, guess I have to be careful, or I might be outsold by you. Why don't we make a bet? If you can make 20 sales to my buddies, I'll admit defeat. Okay? Oh, I'm looking forward to a little competition, kiddo. Good luck. All right. Thank you. All right. Let's say hello. And we'll say hello. Okay, somebody got a fact book. See if they get anything else. And a travel book. Oh, and somebody needs a recommendation. So let's see if we can help them. What's the scuttlebutt? I'm up for something humorous, and I could go for a travel guide. Also, I could go for a new pastime. Wow, okay. That's a lot going on here. So let's look at the travel stuff. And Age of License, a travelogue, number one. This comic, okay, so something humorous. This comic is many things: a charming travel memoir about a trip through Europe, a lighthearted advice book for anyone with travel anxieties, and a book full of beautiful illustrations of cute kittens and delicious food. Let's just. I'll look at the other ones and then decide, but I think that's probably the winner. The Stones of Venice, a thoroughly researched exploration of Venetian art and architecture comprised of 3 groundbreaking volumes. If you have a soft spot for hard rocks, get this, okay? What else we got? The Book of Tea. Learn about Japanese values of teaism. Okay. That's not, I don't think that's humorous. A Walk in the Woods, tale of 2 men in their 40s with countless blisters and a questionable map on the Appalachian Trail. Get to know the area's history, ecology, and people in this okay, a hilarious, again, humorous travel guide. That could work as well. And Catching Carps, real in this absolute catch of a book because Carpum's fishing trip is something special. So weaving together carp facts, personal philosophy, globetrotting tales, the author shares all of his wisdom. Okay, interesting, but I think there were 2 that are winning this one. What were people cooking during the Great Depression? Oh, Tasting History. Oh, I have this one. I have this book. In real life, I actually have this Tasting History. I was like, this sounds familiar. Did you always want to try a recipe from ancient Rome? Max Miller was curious about the same thing, and his fun book recreates his viral cooking adventures for the page. Okay, what was I looking at now? Okay, so I was thinking Walk in the Woods or An Age of License, a travelogue. I'm gonna try this one. Oh, I didn't think much of the cover, but An Age of License is gonna make me laugh. Okay, great. Looks like I managed to surprise them with an unexpected pick. They'll try this one and keep shopping. Okay, great. Well, maybe this game will actually inspire me to read some of these books in real life. Who knows? Okay, so wow, that's a new personal best. I hate those condescending self-help books. Also, please no dry or dull reading, but I am looking for a nonfiction book. Okay, so no fantasy, no drama. Let's see, The Decoration of Houses. So that's nonfiction. Is it dry or dull reading? Edith Wharton only became a writer at 40, and besides her many novels, she also wrote books on design, travel, and culture. At 60, she was the first woman to win a Pulitzer for fiction. It is never too late to begin. Okay, so maybe that one. That doesn't sound dry or dull. An encyclopedia might be considered dry or dull. I'm not as convinced by that one. Another encyclopedia. Okay. And then, of course, we have the different travel books like Tasting History, or the Book of Tea. I'm going to go for this one. The decoration of houses. Marvelous. I hadn't yet heard of the decoration of houses. Okay, great. I'm glad that one worked. Oh, and here we go. Tilda saying good afternoon. Oh dear, you know, you don't have to bring those boxes with you everywhere, don't you? It is perfectly fine to leave them in storage until Saturday. I only need them at the flea market. I really don't mind. But thank you for being so considerate. I appreciate the gesture. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. I can leave them out there because I really don't know how to put them in storage and get them back out, and I'm afraid that they'll get stuck. Okay, so somebody's looking for new cooking tips, but life's too short to read a book with over 700 pages. I understand. Okay, so what did I just give her? Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, that was my bad. I was gonna give her the tasting history book, but never mind. Okay, so we're out of the fact books. Like, those have sold out already. Okay. I think this person is making a final purchase before we can close up the shop. Okay, and there we go. All right, nice. Okay, so it's now Friday, so the flea market will be tomorrow, Saturday. And once we finish that, then I think that will be good for the video. But for now, let's see what we got in terms of more books. Ooh, mysterious attic find. That sounds interesting. And cheap. Okay, what have we got now? So we got... Okay. I still would like more fact and more travel books, but I think we're good for the other ones. But I also don't want to spend tons of money either. What is it? Well, that's lifestyle travel. And it's on sale. So let's go for that one too. Okay, so we got 1 classic and 27 travel. Interesting. All right, I think that'll do. And this time we're gonna go to the far beach. So we are spending more money than I would like, but that's okay. It's fine. But yeah, definitely need to get more fact books in here. And we have a ton of fantasies, so we might as well add one of those. And travel. Let's do another travel. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll do. Okay, and here we are at the far beach. Okay, so let's open that, open that, open that. That's when we have all this stuff of Tilda's, but that's fine. Okay, and let's say hello. Okay, excuse me, could I get a book, please? Says Harper. All right, so Harper wants something magical. Also, I tend to read lesser known works. Yep, I already finished the last one. Oh, wow. Okay, so something magical. So magical and obscure. So let's start with fantasy. Let's go here. The Green Mile. Oh, yes, The Death Row Inmate. This is a Stephen King novel. but they're looking for lesser known works, and I think that's a pretty popular one, isn't it? So here we have The Martian, which I think there was a movie based on that, wasn't there? The Maze Runner. Um, okay, I don't know how magical that is. The Last Battle, Chronicles of Narnia. Okay. Um, um, yeah, there's a lot that I just haven't read. There's a lot I have read. There's a lot I do read, but then that means there's a lot that I don't read. So, 'cause there's so many books out there. Okay. So where were we? The Napoleon of Notting Hill, alternate universe, successors of the throne of England are chosen through random selection, and while the newest king fails to take his position seriously, one inhabitant of Notting Hill upholds his whimsical decisions with vigor. That sounds interesting, but I'm not seeing anything that says magic. um, I, Robot, again, sci-fi, not magic. Comics, not magic. So let's go to classics. That's William Shakespeare, Great Gatsby, Treasure Island. That's not magic. No, that's Poe. Shakespeare again. I mean, a wizarding scholar. That's kind of magic, right? American Psycho. No, that's not magic. Death Note. I don't know about that one. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It's not really magic either. Oh, then we have a series of unfortunate events. Artemis Fowl. The Magic World. That's magic, right? But I don't know if she'd really be into that one. Or if that's considered lesser known. That's what's kind of throwing me off here, is what would that mean? So I'm not quite sure about that. The House with a Clock in its Walls. Well, that says black magic, ghosts, and daring do. Let's give this one a try. Oh, yay! Okay, woohoo! Bewitch me, enchant me. Just don't turn me into a toad, please. No problem. What? I'm already 8 3/4. I'm too old for kids' books. Oh, come on. But all right, I'll check it out, I guess. Thanks for letting me read here, by the way. My name is Harper. I'm gonna be back soon, okay? Bye. Okay, great. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying this. I just find it, yeah, really easygoing, but also engaging enough that it's not boring. It's just nice and chill. I do kind of feel bad about how many books I haven't read, but I also think about how many books I have read, and this does kind of inspire me in terms of just getting excited about books. So this person is a huge sci-fi nerd and not afraid of a bit of tragedy. Okay, and this is a really difficult one. Okay, great. Um, would this be considered sci-fi? I mean, there's got like tragedy, but I don't know if that would count. The Martian? Um, maybe, I don't know. That's an alternate universe. I don't know if that's considered sci-fi. What? That's not. I don't think that's considered sci-fi. The Maze Runner. Um, I'm not sure. So I'm kind of thinking I'm just gonna see if that counts. Oh, okay, it doesn't count. All right, I didn't think it would, but I was focused more on, I don't know, the fact that it was in kind of like the fantasy genre. Okay, let's check. What are they saying? We're talking to the bookseller right now, honey. Please no dry or dull reading. Don't give me an outdated book, but it needs to be suitable for a 10-year-old. Wow, okay. So let's focus on being suitable for a 10-year-old. Something outdated. That was 1943. That's 1920. This is 1999. Maybe that's okay. And it's high-tech fae. That sounds interesting. That doesn't sound dull. I don't know if that would be considered. I don't know if 1999 is considered outdated at this point, though. Dragon Ball. Okay, yeah, I think that would probably be cool too. Or a series of unfortunate events. Again, 1999, and this one's what, 85? Okay. Well, let's just go for this one. Amazing. This will make a good bedtime story. Excellent. Okay. Okay, and here we are done. Okay, and we will do Saturday. We'll do the flea market. All right, so the iconic cafe celebrates 200 years. City awards owner with touching tribute. A family owned coffee shop has thanked customers and staff in a small anniversary celebration this week. Cafe Liberté, a mainstay of our town center, has been serving the city for 200 years. Since its foundation in the early 1800s, it quickly became one of the city's most iconic spots, drawing in creatives and revolutionaries alike. Attending city officials and prominent townsfolk commended owner Miriam Debois her efforts in preserving Buxtonbury's history with touching speeches. And there's meteor showers expected tonight. Keep your eyes on the sky from 11 o'clock p.m. to 3 o'clock a.m. Okay, so let's see. We don't have huge amounts of money, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. How are we for books, though? I don't think the drama collection, because what I really would like is the fact. I would like to increase the fact books. But maybe I'll just take a chance and just stick with what I have right now. Okay, so this is the place to be for all those selling used items to happy shoppers. So let's head over. Okay. So I'm going to get more of these fact books. And let's see. Let's do another fantasy. Do another FIDS. Let's do another classic. And crime. And what else could we potentially do? Do another one. Okay, let's try that. Okay, and here we are at the flea market. So let's chat with this guy here. Flea market dealer. Hey, you seem like the bookish type. I can't seem to get rid of this thing. Do you want it? Okay, so we're getting a typewriter. I should get back into writing, right? Right? While equipped, it allows you to write 2% increase for classic sale. 1% increase daily expenses. Okay. It's in good condition and all. I don't know. Just seems cursed. Oh, great. Thanks. What a gift. Okay, and here's the art dealer. Bonjour. Ooh. Okay. So we could get some more paint, but I don't really seem bothered by that. Um, yeah, I don't need any of that. That's all. Feel free to touch the artwork. It's an experience. I bet it is. Okay. And what else have we got over here? Anything else? Let's talk to this person. Oh my gosh, you're the bookshop owner. I love your wagon so much. It's so cute. I'm Anne. It's so nice to meet you. Welcome to the flea market. Wow, looks like you're swarmed with customers. Am I? I hope you still had some time to look around, though. Would you like some plants for your shop? I feel like they would fit in so well with your vibe. Um, they all look wonderful, but no, I don't have the money for that. Okay, so let's open up. Okay, great. We completed another quest of some sort or challenge. So let's wait for people to arrive. And we can say hello and welcome them in. Okay, somebody's getting a classic book. And another classic. Okay, probably should have stocked up on more of those. Oh, here's Harbor. Do you know I'm a really good finder? I always found the best stuff around here. Last time I found some really rare trading cards. And the time before that, my Baba and I bought some really good paint. That was so fun. I think this time I'll look for some sunglasses. How many treasures have you found yet? Think you could beat my record? Okay, buy 7 items at the flea market. Not today. I don't have the money for that, but at some point, sure. Oh, I gotta help this customer. Okay, so biographies are far too boring for me. Also, I'm not into that historical stuff, but give me a fact book. I couldn't find anything at the library. Okay, let's see. So we got Shakespeare, unravel the enigmatic genius behind Shakespeare's words as explained by Bill Bryson. A great and lighthearted introduction for every reader interested in the man behind the plays. Okay, but that's historical and kind of a biography, so maybe not. The Secret History of Buxtonbury. Okay, but that's history. Troglodytes don't bite. So what does life look like in total darkness? It's much more busy than you would think. Get to know the most fascinating cave dwellers, from worms to snails, spiders, crustaceans, insects, fish, amphibians, and even the occasional mammalian visitor. Okay, that could be it. Let's see what else there is for the fact books. Abridgment of Murray's English Grammar. Grammar is entirely made up. It can't hurt you. But since most of us have to practice it anyway, why make it fun with this early 19th century American school guide? Okay, I don't know if that would be considered historical. Explore the fascinating world of an artist. I don't think that's what they're looking for. We are Bridges, a memoir. A memoir? I'm not sure if that would count as a biography. And another memoir. So let's go with this one. Marvelous. Troglodytes don't bite. I've always wanted to know about that. All right. Oh, people are buying stuff, so that's good. I'm getting some money, which I need. Oh, okay. Let's see if we can recommend something. Hi, you're the highlight of my route, but I'm interested in fact books. Bonus points if it's from this century, and I normally prefer short and sweet books. Short and sweet, okay. And from the 21st century. And a fact book? Oh, wow. Okay. Would that be considered short and sweet? 288 pages. It is from the century. So we'll see about this one. Also from this century. 232 pages. This is 74 pages, but it's not from this century. Okay. Whoops. And what about this one? That's also okay. Let's go to travel guides and just see if there's something there too. It might be that might work too. So what is that, 2017? Join rising Instagram star. Okay. Going through Luxembourg. That's 209 pages. I think maybe that's considered short. I don't know. Okay, so this one is top 50 camper van destinations from 2015, and it's only 109 pages. So I'm gonna see if that one works. Oh, how wonderfully contemporary. Interesting. I'll give it a shot. Great. Okay. Oh wow, lots of people. Wow, good to see that you found our little flea market, says Tilda. Oh my, thank you kindly for your help, dear. I can finally get rid of this clutter now. Okay, delivery for Tilda. I've set up my little stand over by the old cannon then. Come by if you want to have a look and see what's in the boxes. It could even be useful for you. Okay. Great. Oh, what? Look at this dope little shop. Hi, mate. I've read about you in the paper. Such a cool place you've got here. My name's Klaus. I work at the Mega Marché at the moment. Have you been there yet? It has an awfully big car park. I'm sure no one would mind if you made a stop there from time to time. Okay, so we got another place, the supermarket, where we can stop in the future. Okay. How are you? Having a good summer? Yeah, it's chill. Yeah, mine too. Have you had some time to check out the local music scene? I mean, it's not huge, but we've got some cool bands here and there. Like, I'm in a metal band. Don't know if you're into that sort of thing, but we're called Silence Libre. All right, I'll check out your books now, but I'll see you later. Yeah? Adios. Okay, thank you, Klaus. Oh, somebody needs help. All right, let's see. Give me one of those good old classics. Also, I'd really like something with a fantasy world. I enjoyed the Napoleon of Notting Hill. What can you recommend for a collector like me? Ooh. Okay, let's look at the fantasy genre. Fantasy and sci-fi, I guess, is kind of what it is. Hmm. Well, do you want the Napoleon of Notting Hill again? I'm not sure that's really going to work. Let's see what else we got potentially. Oh, I got The Outsiders twice. Okay, that's interesting. Paper Towns. Okay, I don't think that's really going to work. Then we have these children's, so The Magic World. Is that considered a classic though? I don't know. Artemis Fowl. Is that considered a classic? Is Dragon Ball considered a classic? Okay, what about this one? You know what? I'm gonna give them this one and see if they like it. Oh, I didn't think much of the cover, but fantasy really makes my everyday feel heroic. Great. Let's see if I can talk to Tilda real quick. Now, I assume that what I had in the old shop might be of particular use to you, since you're also in the book business. Why don't you have a look? Okay. So we got a stepladder, storage box, armchair. The storage box would be convenient. To carry a few extra books, that would be nice. It's a bit pricey, but I think I'm gonna do it. And that's it. Okay. Don't know if anybody else is around. Yep, there's still people looking. But people are leaving now. I think we're getting to the end of the day. Okay, I got 50, so that's all right, considering the stuff that I bought and the different expenses. Okay, great. That was pretty successful. So, yeah, let me know what you think in the comments of this game. I could play more. I could turn this into something of a series. I don't know if the game has an end. or if it's just kind of ongoing, you just run around continuously selling books. So I'm not quite sure about that, but I really enjoy this game. It is super cozy and just nice to get into the rhythm of buying and selling and kind of building that business. And also kind of learning about actual books and that sort of thing too. It's a good time. So I hope you've enjoyed it. So let me know what you think. And I will see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.